is coming. Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to my Longform streams. I actually need a name for these things, so somebody needs to give me that. Today, you all voted for, or a majority of you voted for, talking about Event Skeptics. Hey Richard, how's it going, man? Event Skeptics, whatchamacallit, video, the quick I did. Oh, so we'll talk about things. So, we're going to talk about that in a second. But before that, we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping, because I got to do that real quick. First, new layout on the stream. Please let me know what you think of it. My thought behind it is that I wanted the chat to be visible on the side there for people who watch it later on. I do make a point of reading the chat, but I also wanted to make sure that people could read the comments. Tell me if you like it, don't like it. You know, whatever. If you prefer the old style or you like this style, I still have the other one, so I can use that one. Hey Gio, how's it going? And then the other thing to note is, even though you all voted for this video to be the one that we talk about today, I'm gonna make a quick little detour and actually talk about the other quickie first, the one on internalized misogyny. We'll need to make one quick point about that, and I haven't quite gone through all the comments. I know there's a crap ton of comments on that video, but I haven't quite gotten through them all. I got into town last night at like midnight, and I've been spending my day kind of being, a bum at home instead of, doing things that I'm supposed to. But I know that there was a lot of comments, and the only thing that I wanted to say about the comments is don't get mad at each other. All ideas are worth sort of being critical of, and if I'm critical of an idea that you like, I'm not being critical of you. I'm being critical of that idea. So don't get all mad at each other about this stuff. Like, I know that it's politics and politics gets heated, but don't be assholes to each other about this. All right. So that's it. First time watching Rhetoric and Discourse live. Well, welcome Otis. Thank you. Let's see. Regarding the design, we should say over here, what? Bastio? What does Bastio mean? You're gonna have to translate. And hey, how's it going? Nutamegi. Hey Nim, how's it going, dude? Welcome to the stream. And you may notice a lot of crawling around on my desk today, of hearing things crawl around, because my cats have missed me, so they have been, like, all over me today. So, yeah. Hey, Micro. How's it going? Gonna have to come up with a good name. Yeah, we really do need a good name for this stream. My first thought, so my thought is I'm gonna do these after quickies on Sundays, and I might switch the time to make it a little earlier. But I was going to call it, like, Sunday Hangover or something like that, because that's usually how I am on Sundays. That was my first thought. It's Franconian dialect for Pashtun, which means it's alright. Alright. I'm glad we like the new setup. But yes, today we have event longies. I'm not sure about longies, Micro. That might be alright, though. It didn't make me laugh, so it could be. It just doesn't roll off the tongue as well as I want it to, but that's alright. Alright, so we got Event Skeptic, who is going to talk about perspective, that magical word that flat earthers have. Perspective. Just name it Sunday. That might be something. Horizon screws up flat earthers. 'Tis dreadful. It does. I don't know. Rhetoric. That might be alright. Rhetoric. Harder, longer. Harder, longer show. Oh my goodness, these are all great names. I'm gonna have to pick. I'm okay with it. This is all great. Hey, okay, and excuse me if I say this Diogenes of Serbia. I got the Serbia part. Diogenes? Is that a god? Is that a Greek god, or is it a thing? Explain it to me. But hey, welcome to the stream. So yes, we got Event Skeptic, who is gonna tell us about the about perspective and horizon and all that. And of course, we're going to use the magical word of perspective that explains absolutely nothing. The ret shift. Yes, because I need more people to compare me to Red's Rhetoric. I never, by the way, when I came up with my channel name, I didn't actually know that Red's Rhetoric was a thing. I was not my intention at all to rip off Red's Rhetoric. I have a major in Rhetoric and Discourse, so that's why I picked the name. I have a bachelor's in Rhetoric and Discourse because I went to a liberal arts school where you can get a degree in whatever you want. Discourse Corner. I like that one too. Alright, so before this becomes the Wild Tangent Show, let's see what this guy has to say. And tell me about the sound as well, if it's coming through to you guys just fine. If I can click on the right things. There we go. Oh, jeez, this guy's loud.
Ronnie from Event Skeptic here, and today I would like to silence the
Ooh, ramblings and distractions. I like that one. The Wild Tangent Show. That is like most of my show, honestly. Awesome, awesome. I can't tell on the video sound how it comes out on your end. I can only sort of tell my own voice. You know, I can on my mic I can fix that, but the other one I can't. Not God, philosopher. Ah, you're okay. Philosopher, a philosopher Serbia. Cool, cool, cool. If he goes on about chemtrails, I will lose it. You know, he does talk about chemtrails, I think, later on. I've been wanting to make a chemtrail video. I might do that for the next quickie. But I think I have a Nicole Cote up for a next quickie. I haven't actually done any videos. My plan was to, I took my journal with me to where I write all my scripts. I took it with me, and I had a bunch of videos saved on my iPhone to like watch on the airplane, and then I ended up like not doing any flat Earth research stuff while I was out of town. So I did like no work during my 2 weeks off. Chemtrails are fun. I actually had I think he might even still be my friend on Facebook. My old high school theater teacher was a friend of mine, or might still be a friend of mine on Facebook. I had to block him because, or at least block him from showing me all his content, because all he would ever post was about these chemtrail things. And it was really funny because he posts all this stuff about like how the chemtrails are creating the drought in California. I'm from California. That's where I was visiting this week. And how chemtrails were creating the drought. This was like before they had like that monsoon of rain that just filled up like all the reservoirs and lakes back up. He was just like, oh, all this is unnatural. It's because of chemtrails and stuff. So I had to block him because I just couldn't take chemtrail nonsense anymore.
bunkers, globe earthers, who still believe that objects being obscured by the horizon is the result of curvature.
So yeah, horizon, it's not due to curvature, it's due to perspective. That is, God, that is so tiresome. I will say I am constantly annoyed, and I was annoyed by, I'm going to rewind this just a little bit. I am constantly annoyed, and I was annoyed at Geo as well for this, is that, like, Wolfie and Sly and Dazza and Geo all get fucking called out on videos. Like, I'm going to expose these guys. Nobody ever, like, exposes me, and it's getting kind of disappointing. Like, I want the attention of the flat earthers here, and I'm getting none of it. Oh, chemtrails. That's what happens when people don't understand how condensation works. Yeah, he's talking about all of us. He's gonna prove to us that we can't, that the reason that things go over the horizon is because of perspective and not because of curvature. Yeah. Geo, contrails only happen sometimes, but not every day. Yeah. Every time I hear Globe Earther, I lose it. I am trying to, and I think I did this in a couple of videos, is that I am trying to reappropriate the word globetard. Like, I want to use it. I want to call myself a globetard just so that I can take that away from them, because I think it's hilarious that they call us globetards. So every time from now on that I have to refer to myself as a globe earther, I'm going to refer to myself as a globetard in a positive fashion, because it's the fact that we have to have such a word is ridiculous. Let's see, Richard. My dad was an aircraft technician. Geo, he gets annoyed about it as much as I do. Oh, I can't imagine how infuriating this is. I saw that video once. They had, like, exposing somebody, a pilot, using the chemtrails, like, equipment on a plane, and it was all just regular airplane equipment, and then they had, like, really fake crap, like, stickers put on top saying, like, this is the chemtrail button, you know, press it to release all the fluoride into the air or whatever. It was really dumb. Technically, Globetrotting would be a slow round thing. Are you calling me fat and micro? Is that what you're saying? Alright, let's see.
Who still believe that objects being obscured by the horizon is the result of curvature.
Okay, so has Mark Sargent just been like do the flat earthers not like him anymore? Is that like a thing now? I don't keep up with flat earth drama very well, but he seems to not like Mark Sargent. Was that a thing that happened? Yes, fat and slow. I am fat and slow sometimes. A globetard would be a OTOH would be a diet drug to keep you from becoming globular. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna have to. We should You should patent that name. Duh idiot. I'm sorry to call you duh idiot, but you should patent that name and start working on a diet pill for that. I think you're not getting called out as much as other guys because you aren't in as much direct contact as other. That is true. I have, though, been banned from a lot of people's channels. Like, you said that, who was it, Soundly made it onto Glowbusters. Like, I'm banned from Glowbusters. I can't type in their chat or anything. They really don't like me. I think I got banned because I kept calling Jeranism Jism. They didn't like that. Let's see. They always go for the foreboding and dramatic music as if it gives their shit validity. Yeah, this is another one of those music video ones. Which this isn't as annoying as some of the other ones. It's still this is stupid, like we're gonna do like slow dramatic music. Like this is actually something that is genuinely important when it's just flat earth nonsense. But you know, they seem to be able to get quite a bit of views by doing that. I saw it's this, and what's the other video that really annoys me? The other video that really annoys me is the ones that are just like slideshows with the really dramatic music in the back. Like I've seen a few that are just like flat earth memes. And that's all it is. Like the whole video is just flat earth memes with dramatic music in the background. It's the stupidest nonsense. Do you guys know these homeopathic sugar pills? They can actually cure something. Acute low blood sugar levels. Ooh, that's true. It comes with the conspiracy starter kit. Yeah, that's just such a standard flat earther video making. I think Cool Hard Largic's Jism nickname is one of my favorite things that has ever happened on the internet. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It is so befitting a journalism to be called Jism, and Cold Hard Logic's rationale for giving it to him is beautiful. It was a great name. The ones that annoy me the most are the ones that take forever but don't have any content whatsoever. This one's kind of like that, which is kind of why I'm avoiding it. I don't think I even watched the whole thing when I made my... I think I did, but like not thoroughly. I think I sped it up because it was just so fucking boring. And it really doesn't do anything, but we'll see.
This video will leave no doubt that you are living on a flat plane. As we seek for truth, we will all encounter skepticism, denial.
Okay, so skepticism and denial are not bad things to fucking bump into. And guys, I fucking geeked the hell out when this happened. I got to talk to Potholer about skepticism right before I went on vacation. He was on he was trying to do the debate with Crowder, and I actually got to talk to him like over Skype, and I geeked the fuck out. It was awful, but I did get to talk to him about skepticism for a while. I thought that was cool. So, go watch me geek out in the first like 10 minutes of that hangout. It's hilarious. But yeah, skepticism isn't bad. What I wanted to say about that is that what I asked Pothole about is that flat earthers often call themselves, globe skeptics, which is just some of the biggest nonsense in the world to call yourself a globe skeptic. Like, God, you're not, if you're a flat earther, you're not doing skepticism right. Like, you've cocked up somewhere in the process. So calling yourself a skeptic is just not a thing that you should do. Hey, Termin, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Hey, Emma, how's it going? Is anyone going to be an anti-Semitic? Just as soon as I were a flat earther. Yeah, being a flat earther is, God. Oh my God, the amount of stupid. Anti-vaxxers do the same thing. Vaccine skeptics. Yeah, that's one of the things that that I was really concerned, or not concerned, that I wanted to talk to Potholer about, was this fad of calling yourself something skeptic when you're not actually a skeptic, when all you want to do is kind of, bitch about scientific consensus, I suppose is probably the best way to do it. Yeah, it's really annoying. Hey, Paranor, welcome. I think what happened is I kind of cocked up the streams, and I started it, and then I realized I was doing something wrong with OBS, so I had to stop it. It was only on for like 30 seconds, and so it's all fucking mess. Sorry. Obviously, space Jews are the ones responsible. They are. Hey, Flamingo Boot, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. They think that skepticism means that you get to doubt anything you want, regardless of how well it's demonstrated. You are right. It is really just a way to doubt consensus, or doubt something that's been proven so well that science just accepts it as fact. The other thing that I noticed, because I noticed this one when I was on vacation, is I was out at the pool where I was staying, and some guy was sitting there talking, and he's like, I'm gonna be a little bit politically incorrect here, and I don't think that climate change is real. And it hit me that now you have these people who, along with skepticism, are using sort of this politically incorrect to say, I'm about to say something that's scientifically stupid. Same thing with, like, I'm a vaccine skeptic, I'm a globe skeptic, I'm a, GMO skeptic, whatever. It's really, really dumb. Riley doesn't even know he's dishonest. So, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he does. I think that Riley is deliberately stupid. I think he acts stupid, sort of the same way that I think what's her face? Orphan Red acts stupid as well. I think they both deliberately act stupid. I do think they know better than that, but Riley will show up again. He gets his court case out of the way. Yeah, he might. That's because science has become politics to most people. It's true. It really has. The whole and it really sucks because, like, the whole climate change versus not climate change is a political debate, and it is a very much so a left versus right debate, which it should be because it's science and it's not an opinion thing. Like, whether human-made climate change is happening isn't a matter of opinion, it's a matter of science. But then again, I guess evolution has also been in that that spot as well for many years, where whether evolution is real or not is also a political issue, even though it's a scientifically demonstrated that evolution takes place. It is a little odd, but a lot of these. I agree about Orphan Red. I think she's a Poe. She's occasionally too bright to be that stupid the rest of the time. Yeah, I really honestly don't think that she's... I do think that she's legitimately a flat earther, but I don't think she's an idiot. Like, well, how to put that right? I don't think she's as dumb as she comes out to be. Like, the whole shadows, you know, whatever she says, it's all an act, and it's really stupid. But she acts stupid because she gets attention that way, and I think that's really what Orphan Red, I think, has always wanted, is just attention. I don't think she's ever really cared about spreading the truth like she says she does. I don't think she's ever cared about any of this, that. She's always just cared about having people go into her comment section and tell her how smart and pretty she is. Yeah, she's very clearly playing the bimbo. And you'll notice, like, half of her comment section, she actively does delete comments. She's deleted my comments and stuff. And her comment section is entirely filled with people telling her how smart and pretty she is. Which just goes to show you what she's really after. Yeah. There are Australian flat earthers? I bet they are. I think American flat earthers think they can get their ideas voted into fact by popular vote. I don't think that's necessarily just a flat earther idea. I think that's an American idea, that we can just sort of vote facts into truth. I don't think it's exclusively a flat earth problem. I think a lot of us suffer from that problem. Oh, you Canadian flat earthers. No, you know what, Termin? You are smart and very pretty. So take that.
Deceivers and those who lash out because they can't accept who the Creator truly is.
Okay, so here's our reason as to why we are globetards. We are globetards not because we actually have, you know, studied, and we have science, and we understand the way the universe and the earth works. We're globetards because we want to deny God. It's the same reason that we buy into evolution. It's because we want to deny God. It's the same, you know, it's that same thing. You don't want to, what is it that creationists say? Atheists don't exist. They just want to deny God, and they think that if, you know, they're atheists, then you can get away with whatever you want, and, you know, have all the sex and sin that you want. Sex, drugs, and rock and rolls is what makes atheists go around, I guess. It's what powers us. Yeah. We're globetards because our neurons don't misfire as much as theirs. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. That's not why you guys are atheists. Oh, I'm an atheist entirely. We're all atheists entirely just to have a lot of sex, do a lot of drugs, and drink a lot of beer. That's about it. If I'm an atheist for sex and fun, why aren't I getting any? Oh, I'm sorry, Parador. Oh, yeah.
This video is for the edification of the truth. It clearly demonstrates that objects leaving your position appear to disappear from the ground up.
So all of this, and I think I said in the quickie, is just a description of what we see. It's not an actual explanation. But we'll sit through the description because the description is pretty funny on its own. I'm an atheist because I heard there was no smoking section in heaven. I know. What's up with that? You gotta be able to do that. Any babies? We should share some baby recipes. I have a really good crock pot one that I use in the winter when it's get real cold. That one's one of my favorites.
And objects approaching you in this reality appear from the sky down.
So objects approaching you appear from the sky down. Why is this? Because Event Skeptic here never actually explains why this happens. He just says it does happen. Flat-tards are stupid. Excuse me. They know no curve. They know nothing. Yeah. But you have missed chemtrails. Yeah, so Event Skeptic never actually explains why we see things come from the bottom. Like, what did he say? From the bottom up? Like, that's how light hits us for some weird reason. It bends in the air. You know, why not? Atheists just want to have fun. I don't actually know the lyrics to most of that song, but I appreciate the thought. Honestly, that's the only reason I became one. I had nothing to do with anything else. And the baby eating. Oh. Alright. Well, this guy tells me this Creative Commons, so I can upload it.
In this reality, our vision is limited to what is called a horizon line. This line runs a 360-degree circle of sight completely around us at all times.
So we're back to our sight bubbles, like Nicole Cote explained a while back. Sight bubbles is what we have. Weirdly enough, I'm an atheist because I looked at it closely and found that I could not believe in a religion honestly. Yeah, the chemtrails, they appear all the time. I became an atheist in... No, I wasn't in college. I started doubting when I was in college. So I grew up Catholic. My parents are very Catholic. My mom pretty much berates me every time I go home, and my little sister, because we're atheists and she doesn't like it. Actually got really pissed at whatever 2 years ago, 3 years ago, no 2 years ago, when my wife and I were planning our wedding. We went and looked at where we had the reception, and our wedding planner knew that we were atheists. We were gonna get we got a humanist to do our wedding, to do our vows and all that nonsense. But then at the reception hall, because the reception hall was close to the Santa Barbara Mission, so they had a traditional Catholic crucifix with not just a crucifix, but with like Jesus all bloodied up and crucified on it, like a good Catholic, chapel would. And so it was up there, and our wedding planner looked at it, and she looked at us, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We can get it covered up. We'll drape some curtains on it, and we'll get it covered up." And my mom just looked at me and was like, "No, we're not. We're gonna leave it right up there." She was so mad at me for doing that. It got covered up anyway, but she was not happy about that. But yeah, so I became a Catholic. I was a Catholic, and then I started doubting religion when I was in college, and I took a course where we read the Bible as literature, so we didn't actually sit there and like try to figure out the theology of it. It was entirely just literature. So we read it, we look at the similes and the hyperbole and all the ways written. We talked about the different authors of it. We talked about the different ways that we knew that that all the Gospels were kind of more or less written by one person, just sort of copied and pasted. And we talked about a lot of that stuff. And after I read the Bible, front to cover to cover, that's when I started doubting, and then it took me a little while longer to get all the way to like a year later. I was like, I think I'm an atheist now. But yeah, no, actually sitting down and reading the Bible is probably what caused me to do it. My parents never encouraged a religion on me. Let me make up my own mind. That is nice. I don't plan on having kids, but I think if I ever did, I would probably take that same kind of perspective on it. Is just let them decide. I think I would be heartbroken if they ever did become religious. I feel like I would have failed as a parent if my kids became religious ever, but I'm not gonna have any, so I will hopefully never have to feel that again.
The outer line marks the maximum distance of our field of view.
Okay. So, sight bubbles. Sight bubbles that magically get bigger the higher up we go. Because for whatever reason, the red dot here has a bigger sight bubble than the blue one. What did you say? But what if the Lord will punish you from the heaven above for not having children? You sound like my mother. My mom is really angry at me for not wanting children. neither my wife and I really want children. We're both. I mean, I'm not that old. I'm like 31, so we're both still relatively young. We travel a lot, as you know. Like I was on vacation for 2 weeks. We travel a lot throughout the year. We drive a lot. We go on road trips a lot, and we spend a lot of time just doing what we want to do, and we want to keep it like that. Welcome to Mom Chat. Oh shit! I forgot. My mom's actually subscribed to me, or my mother-in-law, one or the other. So should probably not say things too much. I love my mother-in-law, but I think she has subscribed to me. I noticed her name came up on my subscription list. When she said she was gonna watch through all my videos. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, I was saying something and then I got oh my goodness, I forgot what I was saying about traveling. Oh yes, I don't want children. And I work with children a lot, so I spend a lot of time with children. So it's never been something. My wife and I have talked about that if we ever do decide, like in the future, that we want children, we will probably adopt. I don't think we will ever go through like natural conception of a child. And again, I don't think it would have to be a pretty big, you know, if in the next like 10 years we both have a very big shift in our worldviews, we might decide to have children then. But for the time being, we have we have fun. For the time being, we have a lot of fun traveling around, just doing whatever we want, and not, you know, not carry. Hey, Crazy Monkey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. I hope that I didn't make Geo go away with my with my talking. All right.
And it is the boundary.
Oh wait, I didn't. I just read this one from Flamingo Bob. Sorry, I'm like not doing this. I'm an atheist, but my wife is a Christian, so we decided to let my daughter make her own choice. That is very interesting. I'd always wondered. When my wife and I first started dating, she was a Christian, and she was like a real hardcore Christian. She went to a Christian college to get her degree. She was a creationist when we first met, and then after, you know, we've known each other for like almost 9 years now, and over the times of us, you know, talking, I think I was a Catholic when we met, and then I went to then college happened and stuff. And over time, I started talking to her more and more about it, and eventually she's no longer a Christian, so that's kind of how we solved that problem. But for a very long time, it was a big problem between the two of us. Like, we'd go on dates, yeah, because I'm an asshole. We'd go on dates, and then I'd argue against Christianity while like I'm on a date with my girlfriend, and you know, so it was a big problem. And I guess the way we solved it is that she kind of dropped her religion, and she's very happy to be an atheist now. But that's very interesting, Flamingo, that you can actually make that work, because I am not sure that I could make that work. If my wife was still Christian, I think we would butt heads a lot more, and I'm not sure if, you know, that's necessarily the best way for me to have a relationship. Yes, sweetie, you can make some popcorn, and everyone else heard that because I have my sounds on. They probably saw it. Oh, computer, you're fun. We don't discuss religion. Yes, I love you too, sweetie. It's not a problem. I'm glad that you don't. I think maybe part of the reason that it didn't go like it should, it was probably because I would discuss religion, so I would bring it up. So maybe that was just me being an asshole, more than anything else. But I at the time, I was very staunchly like, I don't like religion, and I would speak out against it all the time. But it was a combination, I think, of me. If you've ever watched or listened to the podcast Cognitive Dissonance and the Atheist Experience, I think it was a combination of the three of us sort of that eventually got her away from religion. But that's just me. I couldn't be in a relationship with a believer with any passion towards. Yeah, it really is hard. I couldn't date a young Earth creationist. My wife believes in science. See, and maybe that's the difference, because my wife was a young Earth creationist. We would have a lot of discussions about evolution. And we did talk about, she did bring up, Paley's watch and intelligent design and all that. We'd sit there and have those discussions over and over again. And it took us, it took us a while, but we got there. I know that there are a lot of Christians who are like, they're Christians by name only, so they don't really do a whole lot of Christian-y things. Like, they go to church every once in a while to, what are those holidays? Christmas and the April one. What's the April one? Fuck. Easter. Christmas and Easter. They'll go to church. And then besides that, they sort of just, they don't really talk about it. It really doesn't matter to them. She's a fine-tuning Christian, and if that's a title. Okay. The universe because of God. Yeah. Argue evolution, get angry, have makeup sex, repeat. That was most of my early relationship with my wife. We really would go at each other's throat. It was a long and difficult journey, but we got there. The April one. I don't know these holidays very well. It's usually in April, right? But it's not always in April because they do that whole moon calendar thing. They don't do like regular normal people calendars. They do moon calendars. Hey, Quickie! How's it going, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Alright, should we talk more about these stupid sight bubbles?
Of a horizon line at 360 degrees all around us. These diagrams and observations...
Micro! Oh my god, you're gonna kill me, Micro. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hey, Lucy in the sky, welcome. Welcome. Oh my goodness. My opinion of God is if he, she is real, I doubt it's what religion says. Yeah, that was the end of me, Micro. It's a straight horizontal horizon, not a curved horizon. Oh no. He demonstrated the big... No! You guys are terrible. Oh, you're all the worst. Oh my goodness. I don't think my wife is watching this, so I think it's okay. That is too much. Something about horizon and it not being curved. It's not a curve horizon. Yeah. Oh.
Are of a plain, flat view. At this point,
my mom always said Cephod Villaprox Beeble-Prox is the best bang since the big one. Who is that, Cephod? You're gonna have to explain that one to me because I have no idea who that is. So yeah, sight circles. Oh, so this guy doesn't even have sight circles, or I think I called him sight bubbles. This guy has like sight cones, which is very interesting. It's a very curvaceous horizon. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I've only watched the movie, and that was a while ago. And I have the book, I think. But I have a crap ton of books that I never read. Oh, I just bought Richard Dawkins' new book, which what's it called? Like talking about the soul or something like that. Like I forget, but I just bought it, so I got to read that. He's always got real good stuff. Real horizons have curves. I like my planets like I like my women. Flat, no, with lots of curves. Oh my. No, I haven't read it. I think I own it. I honestly do think I own it. I have so many books, guys, though. I really have like 4, 5 bookcases full of books right now. And every time I travel somewhere, I find their local bookstore and I buy another one. So I still have to get through. I'm trying to get through Michael Shermer's Why People Believe Weird Things. And I just bought the new Richard Dawkins book. And I have a collection of books that I still haven't finished called by Ray Bradbury. I think that's it. I think that's my list at the moment. So once I get through Ray Bradbury, I think I'll get there. I think I'll get to maybe I'll add Hitchhikers to the next one. He doesn't know the wisdom of don't panic or why he should always have a towel with him. No, I really don't. Like I said, I watched the movie, and the movie's fun, mostly because I love Alan Rickman, and Alan Rickman is just always the best. I like my planets like I like my girls with big tits. Someone who is like, Gio, you are artistically inclined. You now have a challenge. You must draw Micro's perfect planet for him. That is your challenge. Science in the Soul, selected writings of a passionate rationalist. Yes. I picked it up without looking at the title because I knew it'd come out, and I just grabbed it, and I haven't even broken it open because I was still working on Michael Shermer's book, which I really love. Michael Shermer's book. Between this one, Skeptic's really good. If you ever get a chance to read Skeptic, it's really good. It's a collection of his writings. I think in Scientific America, it's like a collection of a bunch of his writings, and it's really, really good. I love that one. I like Michael Shermer in general, though. Oh, you Globetrotters will burn in hell because you are unfaithful, and my Lord Jesus will punish you. He probably will. He probably has plenty to punish me for. It has so much truth in it, like you missed the ground you can fly. Earth is flat, deal with it. No, I'm not going to read my work email at the moment. Sorry, my phone went off. The Earth is flat. So, are you like a legit flat earther? Because I don't usually get those here. If you are, feel free to argue with these guys about it. I'm not. This isn't like a debate show, so at least it isn't right now. So I'm not going to debate you on it. But feel free to talk to these guys about it. I'm pretty sure you can. Go for it. I like glowing planets like I like my women with ice at the pole, both poles. That's a little weird one. Look what I sent you in Skype. I feel like I have to wait till after the show. Okay. Nim, oh my goodness, you're all the worst. Let's see who can say the most outrageous thing.
Part of the demonstration, the red and blue objects clearly can't see each other.
Clearly, the red and blue objects can't see each other because they're past their vision cones. I don't know why they're cones, but they are. You know, once you die, you go to heaven, and you won't have to deal with globetrotting atheists. We won't be allowed in. That is true. Daniel, was it? Yeah, we won't be allowed, so, you know. You're fine. You're fine. Perky nipples on screen. Oh, my goodness. Gio, you're the worst. Oh. Someone, I forgot to say hi to somebody, so I have to scroll up, because, hey, John, Code. Okay, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. Nice to see you. I like my planets like I like my women, round and firm. That's a good one. I'm okay with that one.
Because their horizon lines haven't intersected. So from both perspectives, neither object can see each other because their field of view hasn't intersected.
Those videos were filmed with fisheye lens. The horizon is distorted. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So this guy seems to have a different idea than I did about the. I called them vision bubbles. Or sight bubbles, and this guy has sight cones, which is odd. I don't know why. Like the red the little red dot can't see directly horizontal to him, like what the limiting factor is there. But apparently he can't. So I guess if you're a plane, you can't see more than like a little bit in front of you, and then everything past that is invisible. I'm guessing that's what this represents. So, you know, go flat earth reality. I like my planets like I like my women, pear-shaped and wet. Oh, goodness. There's a video of Cara Deanne. Give me a minute to find it. Yeah, look at all of Kara's videos. Plug Kara. Kara's got lots of great videos on a lot of this stuff. So go find her. She's got a lot of great stuff. Of course. So I know Lucy in the Sky that Himawari 8 like has a crap ton of pictures, but remember they're all fake from NASA, even though it's a Japanese company or a Japanese institute. It's still fake by NASA because reasons. So, you know, there you go. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Rune. Whatever you think, you are getting endless entertainment from flat earthers. So remember to appreciate it and have a good evening. Yes, that is actually very true. I would not be having as much fun with this if it weren't for flat earthers. So yeah. Only one photo has ever been taken of the Earth, and it was a lie. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. So, Jill, you seem to be good at this. And I'm going to talk about this, mostly because I want to talk about John, because he's an interesting individual. Because, Jill, you get to, like, you get to have, like, people on your Hangouts and stuff all the time. And, like, no one wants to debate me. And, like, the hell is up with that, guys? Like, are you, like, my thing is that they're all scared. John, Quantum Eraser John, Independent Variable John, actually, like, offered to come on to my videos or my, a Hangout once. And I was like, yeah, no problem. Then he backed away as soon as I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. Like, give me a couple weeks and we'll get it together. Then he backed away. So my guess is that he's scared. But, you were, like, really good, Gio, at getting people to come on your show and stuff. That's great. R&D, have you seen the latest FEBS? Search for Magnetic Flat Earth 1.0. Seriously, I need a debunking of it. Hey, that might be a thing that I do later. I'll keep that in mind. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to have to write it down or look back at this video and take a look at it. So why are there pointy boobs on the screen? I know, right? They are rather pointy. Daniel, you're back. Or you were back. Did I lose your comment? I did. Perspective. Perspective is the answer to everything. You're brainwashed by the government. Yes, we're all brainwashed. I think I came out back on April 1st. I released a video on how I'm a paid shill, so, go watch that. No, though, Daniel, as much shit as I might give you, do contact Gio. He's actually, Gio is way nicer than I am when it comes to talking to flat earthers. I am not so nice, so you might not want to talk to me, but talk to Gio. Gio's actually really nice. He listens. He does a lot of hangouts with flat earthers, not just flat earthers. Not just talking about flat Earth. He does videos talking about other things, and he's really much friendlier than I am. So if you wanna talk to somebody, Gio's the person to do it. I think it's because you're one of those psychology types. They find you intimidating, R&D. That might be it. I don't know. Really, I haven't. No one wants to debate me. Marty Leeds did the same thing. Or he kind of backed out of and it wasn't even a debate. It was just like, hey, let's sit and talk about it, on a live hangout. And Marty Leeds ran away because I was too mean to him. Quantum Eraser John walked away because he says he's got a a debate, like he's got a debate standard or whatever. Like, he doesn't debate anybody who doesn't have a PhD. And then I asked him how many, if he had one, and of course he doesn't. So that was great. Because, why you might as well ask more of everyone else than you ask of yourself, I suppose. Okay. Oh yeah, Geo's Trevor. Yeah, yeah. So Daniel, talk to Geo. Oh, he's trolling. Oh, Daniel. Well, you're getting us all excited, you little whore. That's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to mind trolling, but if anyone else, if we do get another Flat Earther, or a Flat Earther watches this, go talk to Geo. Geo's the guy to talk to about that kind of stuff. You can talk to me about it too, but I'm an asshole, so keep that in mind.
As the two objects, circle of sight, approach each other. Okay,
this actually really does look like boobs now. I don't know if this guy did it on purpose or not, but they look like boobs. They're kind of hanging the wrong way, though.
Their fields of view intersect. So in this simulation, we see the blue dot.
I just realized 9/11 is in a few days. It is, isn't it? It's time to... Let's see how many conspiracy videos come up. Thank you, Mike Girl. I appreciate that. Has Jerryism made any recent videos? Probably. He needs to make his videos to keep his patrons happy, so that they give him more money. So that's always a thing. But yeah, no. I don't know what the craziest new Jism thing is. I really honestly don't keep track of him.
Appearing to rise above our horizon. Yet we know that it is still partially blocked and lies beyond our actual horizon line.
Okay. I don't understand this. Oh, don't talk about your cat. God. Why do you always depress me with your goddamn cat? No, I love your cat. Your cat looked like my cat. And you've told me that several times. And I'm sorry, but you did that. It's depressing as hell. I'm sorry. I do. I was so happy to see my little kitties when I got back. About 5,000 new videos at least on 9/11. There will be a crap ton of new videos on 9/11. Every conspirator out there will sit down and make a new video about this. Yeah, this has numbers and shit. I don't know what these numbers mean, honestly. At all. I don't know what these numbers mean. I guess, is this the path that light takes and it curves this way? I don't get it. I'm trying to make sense out of flat earth stuff, so this might take a while. Might break my brain a little bit. These numbers mean perspective, probably. Yeah, they probably do have something to do. It's I don't know what it means though. I see the 3 with and I'm gonna use my mouse. I see the 3 here with I think this looks like the CN tower. So I see this 3 here, but it matches up with this 3 here. Is this the distance? I don't know. I don't understand this. This is crappily done. So I'm just gonna stick with it's crappily done. That's it. But again, this isn't an actual explanation as to why things get cut off at the bottom at all. This doesn't explain that. So for whatever reason, flat earthers have this idea that if they just say perspective, that's an answer, but it's not at all remotely an answer as to why it happens. Perspective is not an answer. And I said that in the video that when we have you always talk about the laws of perspective. But when you have laws, you have the laws of Newtonian laws, for example, laws of thermodynamics. They're very specifically worded with very specific language, and very clear, specific language as to what that law means and what that law entails. And flat earthers don't have that. Like, they don't have, like, what does perspective mean laws. They just have this is perspective, and that's it. Like, that's all they've ever had, and it's really annoying. But your chat screen just got blacked out. I don't know, buddy. I still see it, and it still looks like it's still appearing on the live stream, so I have no idea why that is. Yeah, you're right about whoever said the perspective equals abracadabra. You are right. It is a magic word. It is a catch-all word. It doesn't mean anything. Laws in physics are generally supposed to be attached to a formula. Yes. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't understand. Like, you could attach perspective to a formula, like, right? You could say at this distance, so much of the bottom will be cut off, and here's how we derive that equation, and here's the reason. But we don't get that. We just get ish perspective. So, yeah, I don't understand these things. And I think if this is CN Tower, and correct me if I'm wrong, Termin, because I think it was you who corrected me on this. But no, I don't think this is the right view, because there was one. Who did it? Marty Leeds had a picture of the CN Tower and all that, and I think it was you, Termin, who said there's an island between wherever Michigan and the CN Tower, like across the lake. And there's a lake, or there's an island that should be blocking part of it, and you can't see the island because it's over the curb. I think that was you, but yeah, I don't know if this is the same picture that should have that island in it or not. They use perspective as a shield to protect themselves from us globetards. They really do. It really is a nonsensical word. Like, it has absolutely no meaning to it. Yep, right in front of the tower. Okay. Yeah, so there should be... So, Termin, from this picture, should there be an island here? I don't know what... I don't know Toronto to know which side we're looking at it from. Yeah. Oh, is this the... arctangent? No, that's way too complicated, Red Serpent. That is way too complicated to be a perspective equation. Perspective equations have to be, like, linear. They can't have arctangents. They have to be that 8 inches per square mile nonsense. Otherwise, it's not perspective. Which also doesn't make sense. I like, God, I wish they would actually sit down and write this shit out so that we understood it. There should be an island. There should be a dome beside the tower. Okay. So yeah. So the dome is obviously too short, because that's a pretty short. That's like a sports stadium, right? So it's much shorter than the CN Tower. So that's over the curb, and there should be an island. It's over the curb, but perspective. Geo, if I got a quantum eraser to message you, would you talk to them? I honestly doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Quantum Eraser doesn't talk to anybody. Like I said earlier, he offered to come onto, like, one of these shows, pretty much. He was like, hey, come on over, and I was like, yeah, sure. Come on over to the show. And then after I said yes, he, like, backed off and was like, no, I don't really want to do it unless you have a PhD and you're a lying asshole or you're a condescending ass. And it's like, he doesn't want to debate. He just wants to sling shit like a monkey, and that's his debate tactic. So I doubt he'll go on Geo's channel. I doubt he'll go on anyone's channel, honestly. R&D, they don't understand what they're talking about, and you expect them to write a manual? Yeah, I know. I can't wait for you to do another video on Flat Earth Asshole. I am looking for another one. I did see one on... But the problem is, what's his face? Godless Engineer already did a video on a Flat Earth Asshole and NASA faking everything. But if you guys have a video that you want me to tackle or debunk or whatever, feel free to PM me or leave it in a comment somewhere, or stick it in the chat here. I should let somebody. Gio, since I know you, you are now a whatevers. How do I make you a moderator? Ha! Don't ban anybody. Where's the other one? There we go. Sorry if I don't get the other ones, but I know these two really well. So, you all, if there's anyone who wants to share a video or share a link, tell Geo or Micro, and they have the ability to actually put it in the whatchamacallit. I know, whatever. Yes, you do. Jesus, fake. But yes, if you have a video you want me to debunk, send it to me. I will take a look at it. This one actually was sent to me by somebody. I can't remember his name, but this was a suggestion too. But yes, if you have a flat Earth asshole, it was actually really disappointing, because everyone kept telling me like, hey, do a flat Earth asshole video. He's like, the shit when it comes to flat Earth stuff. Like, flat Earthers were sort of taunting me like, you can't take him, he'll kick your ass. And then I did that one video on fucking meteors or asteroids or whatever, and he's like, meteors aren't real because they're different in Hollywood movies than they are in fucking in fucking real life. And I just, he's just the worst. Jesus alive, I'm gonna have to look up that. Alright, so quick intermission while I go refill my beer and use the restroom. So enjoy the chat, you all. I read that, Nim. Doing cocaine. Yeah, hey, gotta recover from my vacation. All right. Oh yeah. It's Labor Day here, which is the only reason that I did it, is because it's Labor Day here. So I have the day off anyway. Even if I wasn't on vacation, I have the day off. So that's why I did it. Most of these will happen on Sunday, but I happen to get in. Yes, this last Sunday I flew in at like midnight, so there's no way to do a thing there. Inject the cocaine piss beer into your eyeballs. This is not piss beer. This is pretty good beer. Imperial Oatmeal Stout. I think it's the one that I almost always drink while I'm on here because it's my favorite. I did find a great fucking beer out at out in California where I was. It was another stout, and oh my goodness, it was so flavorful. Oh, it was the best. But unfortunately, I couldn't bring any with me, so I have this one from a local brewery. But yes, we will be having these on Sundays again, starting next Sunday. We should have them again. Probably still at 4 o'clock. I might push them back a little earlier. If I do, it'll be at like noon. You all on other places that aren't near me, do the math on that. But it'll be 4 hours earlier. Read the chat while you were gone. I'm gonna have to read it. All right. Yes, let's get back to these lines. Oh, and I clicked on the wrong spot because I'm a noob.
As the blue dot continues approaching the red dot, it appears to be rising at the horizon, but it's still perceived behind the horizon line.
But why? So that was my whole thing with this video, is that there is no genuine explanation as to why this happens. It's just, this is what happens. It's like, yes, we understand that this is what happens. But like, your explanation of it, perspective doesn't actually fill that in. I wish I could have that. Just reasons. I know, all the reasons. There's nothing besides it just happens. So this amazes me, like, god damn, this is such beautiful proof of one thing, which is that old, who is it? Eric Dubay, who always says, like, if you have, like, a ship out in the horizon that has, like, dropped below the horizon, you can zoom in and, you know, bring it all back. And this very clearly shows the opposite of that. So that's already nonsense on its own. And then, I don't know how you can look at this and not see, like, that's not how perspective works. It just isn't. But I also would like to know what the actual laws of perspective are, which I'm pretty sure I will never get. Oh right, Eric, isn't he a meth addict or something? I don't think Eric Dubay is a meth addict. I think, because he does like all that yoga mysticism bullshit stuff. I'm hitting Control Zoom and this ship on my screen is still below the horizon. I know, imagine that. Good night, Richard. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully we'll see you next Sunday. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, Eric Dubay. I know that Eric Dubay has done some crazy shit. I know at some point I have contemplated going through all of Eric Dubay's 200 whatever proofs, but I haven't done it because they're all like the same proof, like a billion times over, 200 times over. So maybe if I ever get the inclination, I might. This is me world. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us, man. So I don't know. Maybe if there's enough people who want me to do it, I might try. But then if I ever did go through Eric Dubay's 200 proofs, I would clump them together into like, these are all the exact same proof. Repeat it over and over again with just like different buildings. And then like half of these buildings aren't real. Like half of these lighthouses aren't real. And like most of that is just that kind of bullshit. He's also got a bunch that are like, there's no flights from city X to city Y. Why aren't there? Why isn't there a flight between them? And half of them are like, because they're not big cities. They're like, tiny little villages in Africa. And of course there's not a fucking airport there. Or there's no reason for, Qatar to take you from New York to some tiny little village in Africa. But, that doesn't matter to him. Yeah, there really are like 3 proofs. They're really bad. When I first started doing this, I think the reason that I got into doing flat earth stuff was because I listened to an interview between Eric Dubay and someone else. I forget who the guy was, and it was pretty much just nonsense. That's what made me realize that this was my calling, that I needed to make a crap ton of videos about flat earthers. Oh yes, because rescuing a plane from Antarctica is very safe and easy. I know, right? Uh, I don't think he understands how weather works, or how planes work. Honestly, I don't think he understands even just basic like economics of an airport and how airlines operate. They're so like, he keeps talking about, oh, that's someone that I always remember. He keeps talking about, like, why isn't there a flight from New York to some random village in India? It would be a straight line, but instead you have to go to like Moscow and then fly south. It's like, because there are bigger cities that are worth flying to, and they're more fuel efficient to go there first and drop off a bunch of passengers and then have them take a smaller plane. Like, what kind of nonsense is this? The best proof is the 7 times he says the plane can't land doing north-south. Yeah, that's also... Apparently, Newton's first law is like the hardest thing in the world. Yeah, Newton's first law is just... I don't... God, it's dope. It's such an easy thing. Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those things that, granted, most private airline or private airplanes probably couldn't make a lot of those flights just because of the distance. But if you really wanted to, I am sure that you could get yourself a private jet or a private plane to fly you to those, directly to those destinations. It would be fucking expensive as all hell, but you could get it done. But he's never gonna do that, right? He's never... Again, he's never going to try to figure out if it's even possible. He's always going to say, no, why isn't Qatar or Turkish Air, letting me do this? It's like, just, you could do it on your own. It's just going to be pricier. But, I did see the north-south Coriolis effect thing in a comment section in another video, and it's infuriating. I actually have a video, and I did this in high school, which is probably why it infuriates me so much. Is that we took a cart and we stuck it on... I don't know if you guys had these in high school or not, but we had a not quite frictionless rails, but really close to frictionless rails, and we ran a cart across it, and the cart had a little like a launcher, like a little ball launcher, and so we can trigger it right wirelessly, and it would launch the ball straight up, and then it would pretty much land like right back into the cannon that launched it. And I love showing that video to flat earthers because it's like, it's Newton's first law. Like, that's all you need. Flights look wonky on a crater map. Some flights are AEMAC make more sense, but not all. All plasma glow earth, however, work. That is true, and I've seen that also as a proof. The AE map, like the whatchamacallit, it was a map of the winds, like the continental winds, and on an AE map they make sense because they're all sort of in this, pretty much a circle pattern around the equator. They're all moving, and it makes it looks kind of funky on a Mercator map because it kind of wobbles up and down. It looks really funny because it's just not meant for that. But then the moment you wrap it around the globe, it's still a nice little circle. But that's it. Jesse James, hey, welcome to the stream. Some of these flatheads are getting angry because their nutty theory is going nowhere and it's stuck on YouTube. Now they're going into the streets and getting nowhere. So I know that Flat Earth asshole goes to like a beach in LA and talks to people about the flat Earth. And I was in Santa Barbara, California. That's where I was on vacation last week. And I really, really wanted to go down to LA and see if I could find him. But I don't follow him on social media or anything, so I wasn't sure if he was ever going to do it. But I really wanted to just be like, I want to meet you in face to face and actually, like, oh, that would have been amazing if I could actually talk to him about flat Earth. Of course, the problem is that I think he records it, and I don't know how I feel about him showing my face in his videos when I haven't shown it in mine and all that jazz. But it still would have been awesome, and I still want to do it. Yeah. Micro's gonna have to go to bed soon. Well, thanks for stopping by, Micro. Yeah, you go learn them stuffs. You are like a way more productive human being than I am, so keep it up. I find the lack of flat earthers in the comments disturbing. Anyway, and please, Rhetoric&Discourse, do a video about the moon landing deniers. I might. So I'm trying to expand what I talk about a little bit at a time with my cookies. So any suggestions, you know, feel free to throw them my way. The one that I don't necessarily want to do is evolution versus creationism, only because honestly the arguments for it haven't changed any in like 200 years. Like I find it boring, and it's fine if you find it interesting, but I find it boring because it hasn't changed any. Like it's still Paley's watch, it's still irreducible complexity, it's still, you know, Archaeopteryx isn't a real fossil, and you know, or isn't a real transitional fossil, or it's still, there was that one time where they found a tooth and everyone thought it was a human and it wasn't, and you know, all that nonsense. And I've heard it so many goddamn times that it bores me. One of the nice things about flat earthers is they don't stop themselves from saying stupid shit, so I think it's great. But yeah, no, anything else? I know that I have, and we were just talking about maybe doing one on what's his face, Flat Earth Asshole, because he's got a NASA denial one. So I might try to do that. Godless Engineer just did one on it, so I'm like, I don't know if I should do it at the same time, but I might anyway. Yeah, let's find out what this ship has to do with anything. Oh, Bible verses, because we all know that Bible verses prove everything. You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. So what's up with the quotes? Is a Bible verse only do you not realize now what I am doing, but later? And then you will understand is like his own thing? Because he's quoting this weird. Even Skeptic, you suck at quoting things. But okay, so yeah, Bible verses, because Bible verses prove everything.
As soon as the blue object crosses the circle of sight or field of view of the...
Hey Matt, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Event Skeptic, that's why Event Skeptic is an easy one. That's one of the reasons why he got a quickie instead of a regular video, because honestly he was just not worth the time to do a full-length video on him. I still need a full-length video. I was originally planning on doing one on Quantum Eraser, otherwise known as Invariable John. So, but I might not do that because this video is really fucking long and boring, and I don't have the patience right now. But if anyone else has suggestions, I need a quickie for next Saturday, and I need a full-fledged video for the Saturday after. So I need suggestions because I'm kind of on a tight schedule to figure something out here. Yeah, the Bible should be a new science book. The Earth is flat. I will give it to flat earthers on this, is that I do agree with them on what the Bible says about the shape of the Earth. I do think that the Bible very explicitly says that the Earth is flat. I think they're correct on that. So I might... the magnetic 1.0. Okay, the magnetic 1.0. See, where's my book? Book. So you're all making me work. Okay. So the magnetic field, or is the magnetic 1.0? All right. We'll write that down. The magnetic 1.0. I'll watch it tonight and see what I think. 1.0. But we might get to that. The Bible doesn't explicitly say anything. I suppose it doesn't. I think this is one of those times that it very explicitly does, with like the quotes that flat earthers use to show that the Bible says that the Earth is flat. I think that those those quotes very much so point to the fact that the writers of the Bible thought that the earth was flat. And I'm okay with that. I think it's very... I think Geo can take care of that link. Fruit. Geo, take care of that link for me, please. I think it does. And I think they're right to say that the Bible says that the earth is flat. I think that's one of the reasons you should maybe not listen to the Bible. But, you know, that's just me. How about C. Brown G? Oh, yeah. Quantum Eraser does think that he is smart. And Neff, he is correct. Yeah. Neffy. Oh, my. Oh, that Neffy. No, clicking on the wrong spots. Oh, no. That wasn't me. That's my headset. My everything broke. Good night, Diogenes. Thanks for stopping by, man. Okay, so I think my headset works now. Yes, okay, we're good. Maybe it doesn't. It did this last time.
Object and becomes entirely visible.
So again, all we're doing is just actually describing what we're seeing. We're not actually describing why we're seeing what we're seeing. I was going to suggest Thrive and Survive, but he's such a low-hanging fruit. I made like 3 videos on Thrive and Survive, and it was on one of his videos. He was at that stupid 10 lame excuses, I think it was, for why the Earth is round. Because minute physics, there's those like the 10 ways we know the Earth is round. So he did a rebuttal of that, and that was pretty bad. It's been interesting to see the breakdown of young Earth creationists, intelligent design, and Darien flat Earth as well. Which cult they blame? Masons, lizard people, Satan, and Sarah. It is that is such, like, you can tell that you're full of pseudoscience when you have to blame everyone else for the fact that nobody thinks your ideas are very good. So instead of actually being like, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have really stupid, crazy ideas. Nope. Instead, it's, you know, NASA is keeping me down. Freemasons is keeping me down. Whatever is keeping me down. Because, you know, it's easier to blame everyone else than it is to blame yourself. Chemtrails, yes. This music will put me to sleep, though. Yeah, so again, he's just describing what we already see, which is that things go below the horizon, but there is no actual explanation as to why things go over the horizon. And I'm pausing mostly because I don't want this video to be like, whatchamacallit, copyright infringed because I used too much of his video and didn't talk enough. By the way, this video made no sense whatsoever. It really doesn't. I watched the whole thing once, and that was enough for me. Yeah, look at them go away. With the sad, like, deep music. This is like such yoga music, too. Crossing the horizon line. I don't know what that even means. You plan on explaining any of this to us, Mr. Event Skeptic? But why? Why does it do that? A lampshade that is still lets everybody see the bulb as a circle 100% of the time. Yeah. I don't know. I've never understood the whole pointed light, or what is it called? The spotlight. There we go. Did I disable the sound? I don't know. Can you not hear the sound? I didn't mean to. The sound is still there. Sorry if this looks weird. No, I think he just hasn't said anything of importance in a while. Can you not hear me? No, my OBS is showing that you can. Sounds off. You can't hear the video. The video is kind of like crappily low on the sound bit, so... Okay, so that should have been a whole lot of him talking. So let me know if you can hear him talking or not. If not, I'll have to troubleshoot it later. I haven't changed anything. Honestly, he doesn't say much. He's just that low, like, not elevator music, but like yoga studio music. And then every once in a while, he says something. So it might just be that he hasn't said anything for a while. Because he really did. He had like 2 lines. So let me know if you heard that last bit. Yeah. Yeah, he might. It's probably for the best that you can't hear him. I don't know. I haven't changed anything. I don't know. Playing with settings. We'll see. If it doesn't, we might have to end this early then, because I have to tinker with it, and I really don't want to tinker with you all watching me and judging me on my computer skills. I might have to do that on my own. But yeah, so I'll play a little bit, and you will tell me. So, yeah. I'm not sure if you heard it. Again, I don't know. Ground control event skeptic, yeah. So if you're up in an airplane, you can see further away than you're on the ground. Why? Because reasons. Because the mystical fog and humidities, you know, do whatever. What do these yellow circles represent? So the yellow circles are the sight vision limits. Like, that's how far something can see. I talked to them about them in my Nicole video as like sight bubbles, but he's got like sight cones. They look like Lara Croft's tits from like the original Lara Croft game, and it's that limit where you can't see past it for whatever reason. Yeah, so that's what they represent. Yeah, so the higher you are, the further you can see, and we don't know why yet. There's no fire. Okay, I am going to have to do something about that. Honestly, you're not missing out on much, but I think we will have to end it sooner rather than later then, while I get there. But yeah, I don't know why you can see, like, I know why on a globe you can see further as you go higher, because you can see more of the ball, right? On a flat earth, for whatever reason, you can also see further. And I don't know why. I think, like, if you have this idea that the humidities in the air, or the, you know, the dust, the gravel, the whatever in the air blocks your view, then you shouldn't be able to see further as you go up, because you still have to see through as much crap to look, you know, like, as much, if not more stuff to look at distant objects, because they're, like, you know, they're diagonal lines, they're not straight lines. But yeah. So yeah, that's their claim. I don't know. It's a weird claim. So I don't know what's up with the sound. I I'm gonna try one thing. Is I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna reopen it and see if that helps any. You know, at the end of the day, you know, turning it off and on might help out. So we're gonna do that. You should still be able to hear me, and then we're gonna turn this off, and we're gonna go over here, open that back up, put it there. Let's see. Yeah, it might have crapped out, and so if this doesn't fix it, I'm probably gonna have to end the stream then. Okay, so hopefully everything's in its proper spots, but I can't exactly tell. So we'll see. Jordan Findle, you said a lot of things. Which I'm not gonna. Christ is an embracing failure of education system. C, we can give demonstrations with models that reason ships sink below the horizon is because you're being over the curve. He can claim his magical perspective is the reason, but he must demonstrate it is even possible, let alone the case. Yeah. Perspective is a magical word. It's not, doesn't mean anything. Yeah, things get smaller as they move away, which is fine. Like, we understand that. And there's, you know, an equation to back that up, which makes predictable predictions about, you know, how far we can see things and stuff. But this is not. All right, so we're gonna try again, and if you still can't hear the sound, I'm gonna have to end the stream because I don't want to describe everything the whole way through. So we're back to the plane passing by. Let me know if you heard that. Alright, no sound. Alright. So, that might have to just get... We have found the end of the video. That's okay. No, I'm sorry. OBS looks like it just decided to crap out on me. That's alright. I'll have to tinker with it some more. Just stop it every... Yeah. I think we'll stop it there, because I really wish... honestly, it's not like there's much to listen to him. That's okay. Yeah. He was Event Skeptic was so boring that he made, whatchamacallit, he made OBS crash, so, or at least the sound part. I have to figure out exactly why I'm not picking up the sound anymore, because I didn't change anything while you guys, during the middle of the stream, so I have no idea. But, so thank you all for stopping by. I had a blast, as always. And then we will be hopefully having another stream next Sunday. And I'm thinking 4 o'clock again, Central American time, which I forget what I said. I think it's like 1700 UTC. But yeah, 4 o'clock Central American time on Sunday. And I don't know what it's going to be about because I haven't actually picked a quickie for that. I'm thinking Nicole Cote again, but I'm not 100% sure. As always, if you guys want to give me things to debunk, I know that I have the Magnetic Universe or the Magnetic whatever 1.0 written down, so I'll take a look at that. But anything else that you all want me to take a look at or debunk, send me a message, post it in the comments. I will see it, and we will talk about it. Otherwise, you all have yourselves a good weekend. It's great to see you all, and I will talk to you all next time.